And good evening from Collinsville, the auxiliary gym. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball here at the Collinsville tournament. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman. It's game 2 for the Blue Devils today. Played a tough match earlier. Came out the loser in that one, losing 53-49 to Althoff Catholic, and the Crusaders moved on. We're getting Granite City Warriors tonight. They are 8-5. They've lost to Lincoln 46-37. Rockford East earlier today, 64-36, which was a closer game early in that one. Let it get away from there, and here we face them at an early game, 6 o'clock instead of having the 9 o'clock, which is way after Coach Pettit's bedtime. Coach, here you go.
And, basically they lost to Collinsville by 8 earlier in the season, and they also beat O'Fallon. So this is a team to where you're going to have to come out and play, and get after it for 32 minutes, in order to get the W on this one.
And we did see them play very good basketball earlier today, and for a half it was very aggressive as well. Of course, it's the Mecca Mobile Studio down here in Collinsville, the auxiliary gym, brought to you by Sleep Tight, better beds, less money. Sleep Tight, Jacksonville and Quincy, at sleeptightmidwest.com. And we are going to come back, but we're going to have Coach here. They only put 10 minutes on the board, so I'm glad we didn't have Coach Douglas. And we did talk to him in the postgame, so we will reiterate what it was like before, and I'm pretty sure everything else is about the same. So stick around. It's the Mecca pregame show, and we'll be back with Blue Devil basketball right here on meccasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Back at Collinsville, time for coaches' comments, and of course we're going to relay the end of the ball game. We had the post game just a couple hours ago. It's probably going to be the same way as Coach expects this one, but we're going to turn it to Coach Pettit this time. And his comments brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. And, Coach, not only your comments, but the keys to this game tonight.
Well, let's start out with the scouting report for Granite City. 8-5 coming in. Lost to Collinsville by 8. Beat O'Fallon, which is a pretty decent team. They're led by 6'5" senior Brewer, averaging 15-6, 9-4 on the boards, 2.2 steals per game. Then you have Hall, a 6'4" senior, averaging 13.5. Dean, Cass, 9'9", 9'1". And then you got Moore and a freshman Harris at 6 foot, averaging 4'6" and 4'3". Watching them earlier today, very athletic, very physical. That's what you're going to see tonight from this senior-laden team. Keys to the game, keep up the effort on the defensive end. I think Coach hit it on the head. We've been playing hard on the defensive end, and the mistakes we made are not from us not playing hard, which is very, very good. Going to need to box out. Granite City, I think they shot 3 for 22 one game and 2 for 19 the other. So they're going to put up, 23s a game.
And why they're getting offensive boards.
Yeah, so, you got to make sure that you get a butt on somebody when that ball goes up. A lot of times we'll turn around, look at the basket, and let the guy go right past us and get the rebound. This team will hurt you on the offensive glass. 35-second shot clock. This is new, okay? This is new for the Young Devils. Need to be more efficient getting into the offensive sets. It seems like we waste 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds getting into the set and then running the set and then going from there. You got to get down and get it going, excuse me, within, 5 seconds. Get it up, get it going. Second game in 3 hours. Let's see how they respond.
Young legs, that's a good thing. And as we talked about, when you do play, coming back that quick, as long as you walk them off a little bit there, is better. And then later on, they'll have plenty of time to rest. But tomorrow, no matter what happens in this game, win or lose, they play at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So they're going to turn right around, pop up early in the morning for a game. It'll either be across the way at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium or our favorite auxiliary gym. It really depends on how well they play.
Depends on whether they win or lose.
Yep. And
so if they win, they'll be playing, the 7th place game over
No,
Virgil?
it'd have to be, since we're in the losers bracket, you'd have to at least be 9 because the top 8, right? They're on the other side. So, and we lost, so you'd lose the 9, probably in 10, 11 spot. Guess what? Let's go 2-2.
Yep.
2-2. We're going to have to win 2 in a row since we've lost 2. Coach's comments, always brought to you by the QHS Auto Group. Faith, family, and giving back. When we hear from them, we'll be right back for Blue Devil Basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
and QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
Back at Bloomington. No, we're back at Collinsville. Bloomington will be tomorrow. And speaking of the QHS Auto Group, we mentioned it in the post game while we were waiting for Coach. Driving a Honda Accord during the holidays, someone got a lucky Christmas gift. I think the couple was in there together as they bought our Honda Accord 2018 that I was driving. I am in now a 2024 Chevy Malibu. It's one of their used cars. It is certified, and it's a 2024, has about 68,000 miles, so you're talking about highway miles. And the whole game is, let's see from the sales staff of QHS, Honda, and Hyundai, how many of them can, sell the cars out from under me during the season. They've got one up on the board right now, so again, give them a call at Honda or Hyundai and QHS. They'll take care of you. It's a 2024 Chevy Malibu, about 67,000 miles. All right, we're getting a little closer to here. Let's go ahead and give you an 8 open update as well. That's 8 open, and they're not 8. They ain't open. There's an 8 open. Internet-wise, you want to get a hold of them, 8, the number, TE. That's 8, open, OPEN.com. You can actually schedule your dinner for farther out if you want to. It helps them a little bit. Thursday, Friday, hours are 11 to 8. Saturday, noon to 9 with lots of specials. We hear us talking about them all the time. I can't talk about any more food until I actually eat it, I've been told, so I'm going to have to wait for that. So, 8 open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main in Quincy. Well, you've heard Coach's comments. You've heard Coach breaking this one down, getting out and putting it. And the last game, it was really set us off at the beginning because we had to make an adjustment after Brendan Lepper got 2 quick fouls, including that double foul that hurt both guys. Instead of just letting them move on and talk to them, say, hey, guys, we're not going to put up with it. Then there's some warnings in there. You work from there. This one, of course, Brewer's 6'5". He'll probably be matched up inside with Lepper. Even if he comes outside, we'll wait to see. Granite City, the Warriors, and you had mentioned, obviously no longer in the Southwest Conference. That's a heck of a conference. They were getting beat up. And so now in the same conference as like Quincy Homeschool. That's quite interesting. Yep. Homeschool, I'll tell you what, when Hickmans were playing and there were Hickmans following and Hickman coaching, I think it was Tim Hickman if I'm not mistaken, they could light it up. And I know when they played at the CYO for a couple years through us, they had a heck of a team. And they listed out like 6'6", 6'5", 6'6". They were a good homeschool. I guess you go out there and find out somebody's home, and all of a sudden you get the 7'4" center from Australia and everybody else coming in. We're about ready for the opening tip here. Devils in their home white, trimmed in blue and white, so they got a little sweat there. Woodson will be in. He had blood on his uniform earlier. That's why he went from 14 to 24, so he'll wear number 24. Joel Scarsell, number 20. Parker Douglas, number 10. Tim Griffith, 32. And Brendan Lepper, number 54. Devils working right to left. Lose the tip. Nice spin move. Oh, and uses all the rim. That's Javier Cass, first basket of the game, and goes for Granite City. Devils come back in a half-court set on offense. Griffith comes across, picks it from Closell. Now drives to the basket. Gets stopped, but he gets his own ball after he got tipped away. Attacking the basket. Douglas tried to attack it. Tipped it away. That's the big man, Evan Brewer. Checking their lineup. They are wearing black, trimmed in red with a little bit of white in there. I'll start off Javier Cass. He had that first basket. He wears number 1. Antonio Dean wears number 3. 24. That's Johnny Coleman, the big man inside, Evan Brewer. And rounding it out as Lepper makes a turnaround short hook, no good. Woodson almost a foul out there. Number 4, Tyler Moore rounds out the lineup. Coached by Gerard Moore. Andy Douglas heading up the Devils with his glasses on, even though the prescription is busted. He can't find a prescription on a Sunday.
Devils in a 2-3 zone matchup here.
There we go. Cosell's out front with Douglas. Lepper's in the middle. He's got Woodson on the right. He's got Griffith on the left. Lob inside to Brewer. And I'll tell you, they cleared
out. Weak side helper. Griffith didn't go over and help on that.
Yep,
one.
They cleared out actually on that weak side, Coach. And so there was no help on there because Griffith was all the way up, almost to the elbow. 4-0 early in this one. We've played a little over a minute. Trying to go into Lepper. Pass isn't up high enough. Get it up there. He's 6'7". In transition, behind the backboard. Good defense by Cosell. He pushed Cass behind the board. Devils coming the other way. Oh, great take there. Took it up. Brewer couldn't get there quick enough. Cosell the first basket for the Devils. Down 4-2 early in this one. Glad you're with us on this Sunday edition of Blue Devil basketball twice.
You know, back to that pass into Lepper. He wasn't open. Shouldn't have thrown that pass.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to let the big guy call for the ball.
And be open, too. Have some space. Moore's out, sends it left side. Trying to bounce it into Brewer. Ball's tipped away. This team has 3 guys on there with fluorescent pink shoes that'll just jump out at you. Cosell across the timeline. Takes it to the left side, being guarded by Moore. Back to the top, that's Lepper. Now a lob inside. Angle wasn't there, but Woodson got it. Woodson, turnaround shot. Good. Takes a little bit off the glass. Nice shot there from Thomas Woodson Jr.
Lepper's got to be wary down there throwing those elbows, trying to get open down there. He might get a cheap one.
You know, I had talked to Thomas, too, and we'll take a shot here from the side. And a good 3 from the left wing, deep 3. That was Antonio Dean, and it's 7-4 Granite City.
And he'll take probably about, I'd say, a third of all the ones they take, so you're going to have to locate him.
We'll talk about the Woodson conversation a little bit earlier. Had a great conversation with him about watching the elbows and swinging them. High-low pass, so it caught a part of the rim. That's the thing when you throw that pass in front of the iron. Granite City in transition down the left side. Air ball. Tim Griffith gets the rebound on the weak side. Devils will take it across the right. Crossover dribble by Cosell. Sends it to the right wing. Griffith passed up the 3. Now steps back. Now he'll take the 3. Comes back to the strong side, but no Devil was there. Getting the rebound for the Warriors, that's Javier Cass.
Good job on the defensive transition by the Blue Devils.
Moore into the corner right in front of us. They go into Brewer. Brewer ready to try to make a move. He's almost got the same hairstyle as Lepp with that heavy. Oh, and he reached down and put his hand on the hip as the move was being made. Definitely a push, a hand check for Brennan, his first foul of the ball game with 4:36 left in the first quarter. Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Mr. Woodson here about watching throwing the elbows. I said, I love the aggressiveness. Just be careful, well, you know. Brewer inside, and he took it to Lepp. Lepp was being cautious of that second foul and did not want to be sitting like he did earlier today for a big portion of that first half. And at some point, you know, he's going to have to be able to play through those fouls and keep him out there on the floor. Thank you, Coach Brunner. Cosell into the hole, gets his shot blocked on a spin move. Weak side was Coleman there to block. The black and red. Shot from the right corner. Nothing but net from the corner. Antonio Dean hits his second 3. And a quick 8-point run, and it's 12-4. Devils find themselves down.
With 4 minutes to go here in the first.
Devils back on offense. Griffith at the point. Works against Cass. He's got the height advantage. All the way to the hole. Uses the left. There was help side defense that almost blocked the shot. Good move by Tim. Stops that 8-point run for the Warriors. Half-court set. Going back hard at Lepper, and that's Cass this time. I think that's going to be the key there, trying to put Lepp back on the bench like he was in that earlier game. And that's not a bad keys to the game. Parker Douglas, off balance, but fouled. Got it up on the iron, almost an and one. Parker will go to the line to shoot our first free throws of the ball game.
Haven't seen too many offensive sets yet. You know, it looks like we're, drive and kick or drive to the basket, and that's about it. Not a lot of assists on the baskets that we're making.
Or throwing it inside, trying to get them lobs in 3 different places.
Yep.
Wasn't there one time. The next one hit the rim. Douglas hits his first free throw. As I mentioned earlier to Parker, I said, we just went by your town. He said, what town? There's a town named New Douglas. You are the New Douglas. Second one uses all the rim and a little bit of the backboard. 2 for 2 on the charity stripe. Devils down 14-8. 3:25 left first quarter. Wellman and Pettit here in Collinsville. Woodson now in the center of the defense. Lepper's out. Checking in was Avion Tate. Tate from behind. Oh, Tate was there to block the shot, but Brewer did a nice job of taking it to the other side for the basket.
He had some good moves in the last game.
I was just about ready to say.
Strong, physical, make this 18-footer too.
And he's had a couple good moves already in this game. 16-8, Devils are down. Zipping into traffic there. Avion is in trouble, but he got it back out. Parker went in. Parker floats it up off the glass. And once he gets up, if he's squared up and nobody's got him, that's not a bad shot. And then you go after the rebound and look for your other guys as well. Back on defense in the 2-3. Clausell and Parker up front. Oh, was that not a double dribble? Did he not dribble that once, pick it up, and then dribble again? Or am I going blind? He turned and put it down, and it was so quick, everybody just missed it. Second foul against the Devils. At the line will be Cass, shooting 2.
Got to do a little bit better job on the on-ball defense. They're getting to the hole way too much.
There's Mr. Peters. Distant relation and extra relation to Quincy. We'll catch him at halftime or sometime, chat to him. I believe that's Denny Peters' grandson, if I'm not mistaken. 2:27 left in the first quarter. First free throw was good. Second one good as well. 18-10. Devils are down by 8. With the basketball, a little full court pressure being applied. Tate waits for Clausell to get it. Joel's across the timeline now.
We've already wasted 7-8 seconds, before we get into anything. You got to get into it better than that.
Parker Douglas on the side, and he gets fouled from behind. A little far out from the basket, and that's Kendall Cass. We got the 2 Casses there. And, of course, their mom was Mama Cass. That was bad, but good. You've got to smile at that, Coach. Approaching 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Devils down with the basketball. Clausell on the right side, trying to create some space. He's got Cass on him. That'd be Javier.
See, we're down to 10 already.
Now a 22-footer. No good. Brewer gets the rebound. Woodson does not foul. That's a good move. Picking up right away. That's Moore. He got the ball picked up. Clausell was there to stop. Inside 2 minutes in this quarter. Still in that 2-3 zone. Lob out there. Brewer's on the block. Trying to make a move, and there did a little do-si-do.
That's got to be Griffin down there helping. Griffith down there helping. He's out there guarding 24 that probably hasn't made a 3 all year.
Now that's the key too, knowing who you're guarding.
Yeah.
Now if that's a good shooter, you're out there. But if it's not, you got to slide back down, and that's the reason the offense is set up for the Warriors that way. Griffith right side to Parker Douglas at the top.
I don't care. I'd rather have him out there shooting threes and getting the ball down 33 down low.
I would agree with you there. Long shot from the right side. Good. Thomas Woodson Jr. fires a 3 from about 22 foot. And, of course, that's brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, woodmartbuildingcenter.com. 1 minute left. Approaches. Devils back in the 2-3, playing aggressive.
Yeah, Coleman's averaging 1.5 points a game.
There it is. Griffith came across for help that time. Woodson was really battling Brewer. Clausell all the way to the hole. Nice block shot. A guard blocked the shot, ran out of bounds, and then came back in.
24, supposedly 6'4".
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, now him.
Coleman, yeah.
He didn't block it. It was one of the guards, I thought. But, yes, Coleman, I can see blocking that. He's got a little length to him. Devils ball into the basket. Douglas will set out to Tim Griffith. Over to Clausell on the left. Jewels brings the dribble to the right. Parker into the corner. Avion Tate passes a three. At the top. I don't know how the ball got there. Zip pass inside. Woodson handed off to Tate. Gets it back.
15 seconds. Got plenty of time. Plenty of time, fellas.
Parker Douglas pulls it away. Getting hammered a little bit there.
Gotta
to the
go
left
now.
side.
Got to go now.
Jewels to Parker. Outside the three. No good. I don't know why they let that last 3 seconds to go off, but that's okay. Horn went off. In transition now with 18 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Granite City leads 18-13 in this one. First quarter action.
Need to stop here.
To the right side. Looking for a shot. Tim got off the ground. Reverse layup. Did not go. Griffith on the ground to Woodson. Half court shot. Oh, and good!
Bingo.
Beyond half court, Thomas Woodson Jr. hits the three at the buzzer. Nothing but net, and it makes it a 2-point game. That is key.
Well, nice big shot at the end. But once again, it came down here with the offensive rebound and pushing it up. And getting the last second shot from half court, we'll take it.
First quarter in the books here in Collinsville. Auxiliary Gym. And we're ready for the second quarter. Granite City 18, Quincy High 16. Blue Devil basketball. MeccaSportsCo.com. Back here in Collinsville after the shot, Devils were down 18-10. 2 straight three-pointers, both by Woodson, right? And he hit the one on the right side as well. And Woodson's got 8 already in the ball game of our 16, and it's a 2-point game, 18-16. Good stuff out there. Beeston's going to come in. By the way, Beeston had 5 in the first game, a 2 and a 3. But when you look at the official box, Joel's got the 2. So I checked in before and said, Avery, you did make a basket. Yes, I did, Mr. Wellman. Well, they gave it to Clausell. Joels, you owe Avery lunch. Second quarter to start. Griffith, Douglas, Beeston. Lepper in the high post, Woodson in the low post. Check the other side with his zone. Woodson steps back for 3. No good. Lepper was inside. Ball went over his head on the rebound. Tyler Moore down the left side for Granite City. In traffic, stops in the lane. Parker Douglas takes it away. He was in no man's land in the lane, too. Looked around a bit. Beeston bounces it in. Woodson tried to go across to Griffith, but hands were up, knocking it down.
I didn't see where that was open anyway.
No, I think he was going all the way up to the corner because nobody was in the low block.
The only problem with that is you got Lepp in the middle of it, and it ain't going through him.
Patience. Ball goes in the high post. Cass turns around. No good. Out of bounds. Tried to track it down. Devils basketball. So second quarter, you got Brewer out there along with Coleman. Cass is out there. Dean and Moore for the Warriors from Granite City. Little pressure at half court. Griffith gets it on the left side. Through the legs again. High post, Beeston. Bouncing pass inside. It took Woodson a couple seconds, but Thomas got the ball and the basket. He's got 10 already in the first quarter. I got 18-18 now, right? It was 18-16. Yep. Again, I'm always ahead of the score there, which drives me nuts because I look up. That's the way we were on other boards as well. There we go. Thank you. I just did a little too quick for him, even at 65. And new knees, watch out. Inside 7 minutes in the first half. Granite City with the ball. We're tied at 18. Beeston and Parker Douglas at the top of the 2-3. Lepper's in the middle with Woodson on his right, Griffith on his left. Substitute there with the basketball, trying to see who that was, number 12. That's Kendall Cass. Shot was no good. Cass tracked it down, though.
Got to box out.
Maybe the shortest guy on the floor got that rebound.
Our shortest guy tried to block him out.
There we go. Evan Brewer is out right now for Granite City, taking a break. Down to 7. Long shot from the outside. No good. Lepper gets up and gets a rebound. Had space out there, too. Douglas waits for his big man to come down in transition to Beeston on the right side. Leopard popped out into the corner. Instead, we'll go two-guard offense. Douglas back to Beeston on the right. In the high post, Woodson. Faced up nicely, wasn't there, didn't throw it away.
Still got 15 seconds.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Beeston starts the drive, goes in the left corner. Long shot there, Tim Griffith. Got to reset that arm for a couple feet shorter on that one. Second quarter's been 2 points for the Devils, and that's been it. A little slow for 2.5 minutes on the offense because both defenses picking it up, especially the Devils. And the Coach Moore, he wants to talk about it for the Warriors because there wasn't much happening out there. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Winner or loser of this game, doesn't matter what. It'll be a 10 a.m. game tomorrow morning. It'll depend on whether you're in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium or the beautiful auxiliary gymnasium over here. Nothing wrong with it. Nice floor, not as big as stands, don't have the media up top and all that hype, but still not a bad backup gym.
Well, yeah, I mean, for the sophomores to practice and, so you get them in and out, the girls. And
this would be a good one for the girls to take over as their own gym, much like a lot of places do. Imagine they do play down at Virgil Fletcher. Don't know. We didn't have girls basketball when Virgil was coaching. Not until the 80s. He was already done. 18-18, 5:26 left in the half.
Yeah, Virgil's last year was our senior year, 78.
Yep.
They were pretty good then.
Oh, very good there, too. Mr. Peters comes down on this side. I always love acknowledging. Don't know the other two officials, so I shouldn't highlight him. Warriors will have the basketball right in front of Coach Douglas and his team. Talked to Jeff Olbert a little bit. He had a good Christmas. Devils in that 2-3 zone. Shot from the right side. Wasn't there quick enough. If you're going to be in a zone, you got to match up on the wings. That was the third three for Dean. That's all his points. And will regain the lead. 21-18 for Granite City. Devils in the right corner. Beeston tries to throw that one-hand pass. Luckily, Parker Douglas kept that alive before the Warriors stole it. High post, Woodson turns around, faces up, very nice. Maybe just a little quicker on his shot, but it looked good. I like the face up, and I like the shot. A lot of confidence from Thomas in this game. 4:44 in the second quarter of the half. Everybody's in the perimeter except Javier Cass. He's the guard and the high post. Lep stays back handling Coleman. Ball around three guys on the perimeter. Coleman flashes in and out. Now Cass goes. Cass goes hard, but he shoots it right under the basket. It comes right back to Beeston.
Good job by Lepper sealing up.
Wow, that's a nice pass by Woodson. Thomas got the ball, was falling back on the right block, and he saw Tim on the left block. Griffith made the pass, and Tim wasn't ready for it. It went right through his hands. Oh, he might have been ready for it. It just went through his hands. Back to the Warriors for 15 and counting. First half action. Stick around. We'll break down the half, tell you about what's happening here, also up at Bloomington tomorrow. Still in that half-court set. Brewer hasn't come back in the ball game. High post to Cass, the guard. He does find Coleman down low, and Coleman uses the left hand before Lep could even get there to help out. 5 straight points. Devils working down the court quickly. Get it inside to Lep. Lep kicks it back out to Parker Douglas. To the right side, Clausell pulls for three. No good. Follow that shot. Joels takes one step back when he shoots. He's still out there, but if he take one step forward after that, those balls come right back to him before the defender can get there.
Well, to be honest with you, he caught the ball, put the ball on the floor one time, and then that gave the defender opportunity to get there.
Lepper gets the rebound.
Have your butt down, ready to shoot.
Yep. Lepper got the rebound, outletted to Joels. He was heading down the court right in front of the Granite City bench. Foul there by Antonio Dean. I've got 3 fouls, only one on Dean because I don't know who the other foul was on. We talk about the dilemma when you go to an auxiliary gym. A lot of times they don't have enough people to run everything other than the score and the clock, because now you got a shot clock too. Speaking of, 25 seconds, plenty of time on this one. Oh, it goes right over Lepper's head into the right corner to Beeston. I'm not sure. Lep thought he should have touched that one. Left side, Joels into the point at the high post. Lepper goes to Beeston down low, cutting, kick it back out. Wrong place for the guard. He finds Joels Clausell in the left corner though. No good for three. It was a good look. Granite City runs, doesn't score. Ball bounces around. New guy in the game, that's Camarion Wells. He didn't get it, but Avery Beeston got it for the Devils. Cross in half court, almost traveled, not sure he didn't. Parker Douglas gets the ball and skips it to Jewels on the right side. Beeston's in the high post. He flashed down. He's at the ball in a double team.
I was going to say, not good spacing on that play. You had two Blue Devils within 4 foot of each other.
And tried to bounce it into left.
Yeah.
And so when you bounce it at that short a distance, that's going to come right up. Good news is, foul on the other side. So that's the 4th foul that I've got with 2:30 left.
Well, that last time we had Griffith coming in, on one side and Beeston coming in on the other side, and they met underneath the basket. Nobody's open.
By the way, that might not have been. Shot taken by Cass, no good. Lepp gets the rebound. I was still in the first quarter with my fouls. I like to still the 7 for a bonus. Jewels off the side, good for 3. Pulls back, steps back. Jewels hits a 3-pointer. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Hey guys, can you all get back in the stands? Thank you very much.
2-point game, 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Devils 2-3 zone. Lepper still in the middle. Jewels dropped down on the left side. Griffith on the right side. A kick by Beeston. Oh, I see where the guys are going. They're going to go over to say hi to Brock on the other side. So good luck tonight, guys. The Pattonville group that we talked to a little earlier today. Thought they were going to come join us over here. 1:43 left to get to the half. 23-21. Granite City with the lead and the basketball. Griffith almost gets a steal. Good help there by Beeston going down to fill that back row. And a steal out there, Beeston, but a kick again. That's all right, good defense. 20 left on the shot clock. Coach Douglas without the glasses now. Substitution. We haven't seen Brewer at all in the second quarter, and I don't see him over on the bench, do you? I wonder if he got hurt somehow. I'm looking. Good news for the Devils. On the left side, Cass starts the drive. Oh, Jewels did a great job. Should have been probably. I don't know about that being a no call. I mean, that was a good take for a charge.
Yep.
And Cass knocked him back. The only thing Jewels didn't do was fall on the floor. Jewels fires from 3. No good. Beeston trying to get in there. Over him on the rebound. But there's Jewels with a steal on the outlet pass to Beeston. Beeston will go right back to Jewels, cut into the court. There you go. Give it up to the man who stole the ball and sends it to the middle. Clausell with a basket.
Give and go.
Devils down 25-23 inside 50 seconds. First, wow. And firing from that side was Antonio Dean, his 4th 3 of the ball game. 2 in the first quarter, 2 in this quarter for Granite City.
And then he steals it.
And he goes in this time. First time he got close to the basket. Layup, 14 already for him.
Unforced error there at a bad time.
Yep, 30-23, 25 seconds, 22 now. Shot clock's turned off. Griffith trying to work in traffic, dribbling in traffic. That's not the thing to do. That was a steal there by Dean. Down court, Cass. Cass the reverse layup. Bad offensive sequence with 7 straight points.
They stole another one.
Devils out of control. Luckily, a shot taken from long range. And the Devils were down 25-23, leave up the last 7 points of the quarter and find themselves down 32-23. Not a good last minute 37. I think it was about the time for the half.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to, value each possession offensively and defensively. We're not guarding the shooter, and obviously Dean's hitting them up, throwing them up pretty good, but once again, he's not being guarded.
Right, and he is back there about 22, 23 feet.
Still,
so
I mean, after you make the first 2, you got to be out there on him.
You nailed it there, Coach.
Make him put the ball on the floor, take a dribble, and then try to shoot the 3 with your hand in his face. I mean, you just can't let him sit out there and fire away.
And he has hit them, too. So it is halftime here in Collinsville. It's the Granite City Warriors 32, your Quincy High Blue Devils 23. Back for the half right after this on MechaSportsCo.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Back in Collinsville, it is halftime. Quick half. Not a lot of fouls. In fact, looking over, Devils took 2 foul shots. They were 2 for 2. And Cass went 0 for 2. That's kind of strange. He was a good ball player. He had 8 points in the first, so I must have not paid much attention. But Dean's the key. He's got 4 threes and a bucket. He's got 14 of the 32 points for Granite City.
Need to locate the shooters. You know, even though they haven't shot the ball well, you know, the first couple of games down here, you still got to look at the ones that have been shooting all the shots and make sure you're out there at least getting a hand up in their face.
As we know, good shooters, all shooters, are going to keep shooting, and they'll shoot through a slump as much as they can. They'll just keep lighting up, and it's a key, too. So on our side, for the Blue Devils, Thomas Woodson, and it was the first quarter, was solid. He still had a good second quarter, was on the bench then a little later on, hit a bucket, hit a 3, hit another 3, and a bucket. He's got 10 points and some aggressive play in that first. Also 7 points for Clausel, and a great job on the, I don't know if that was a bad shot. We lost the ball. He came down with a great steal, gave it up, and then got it back in for a layup, and that was a sweet play there. Other than that, we haven't run a lot of sets there. We looked for some shots. Early, it seemed like we were forcing it, and then we were also trying to just shoot from outside. Get back to what does it. The defense, pretty solid the first half.
Yeah, well, 32 points. Well, you're going to give up 64 of this, you know, Granite City team that's averaging 51. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where we got to tighten some stuff up. You know, find the shooters. Make sure. I think they had a couple of sets there where they got 2-3 offensive rebounds. You know what I mean? Then turn those into easy baskets. And you can't have that happen, you know, when you're evenly matched, you know, with this Granite City team.
And at the point I was looking at, it was Granite City 25, Blue Devils 23, so not a bad half there, but then turning around the last 7 points of the half. And so taking it into the second half, obviously, you do not want that run to continue, and you want to start off on a real good note at the start of the second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's get into a set, get moving, you know, because it seems like whenever we're moving, you always end up with 2 guys in the same spot. You know, and you can't do that. The spacing has not been very good on the sets that we run, and the timing's not been very good either.
Yep. So in halftime, Coach Douglas is breaking it down with you. We'll take a quick break, come on back, and we'll tell you what's happening up at Bloomington. And also we'll tell you, of course, the follow-up here. We already kind of broke that to you a little bit there. But halftime, Granite City 32, Quincy High 23. And it's halftime here on mechasportsco.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays from all of us here at Kunis Hyundai
and Kunis Honda of Quincy. As we wrap up another wonderful year, we just wanted to say thank you
to our friends, customers, and neighbors across the Quincy community.
Your trust and support made 2025 an incredible year for our Kunis family.
From our family to yours.
We wish you peace, joy, and safe travels this holiday season.
Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year.
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
And we're back here at halftime. The Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Sleep Tight. Quincy and Jacksonville, or sleeptightmidwest.com to check them out there. All righty there. That's our great sponsors there. Thank you for all of our sponsors that come in and join. You can still get to the rest of the season. There's a lot of fun season here. These, for the Blue Devils, of course, in this tournament, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, win or lose, whether you're in Virgil Fletcher or the auxiliary, and they'll close out for the tournament. All right, thank you there. And that was kind of cool, and that was, so Ziri will be the call for Miss Ward when we've got her in there. Awesome. I think I had called Azirio was what I did say, so. And we welcome her to the Blue Devils up in Bloomington. Speaking of the Blue Devils, from the girls' side, tomorrow, 11:30 in the morning, River Forest Trinity, I believe, is our matchup there. And so the Devils will be at the Shirk Center. Is that right? You know, I'm thinking where I've been. I'm so it was at the Shirk Center. You know, it's like, okay, as long as we don't come to Collinsville for that game tomorrow, we'll be good. And I talked to Ryan Brown a little bit earlier. We're going to have a chance. I was going to try to use it for a pregame tomorrow, but I think they're going to have to head afterwards, the Devils they are, for somewhere. But we're going to get Ryan on to talk a little bit about his kids. And, of course, Jada Brown is the second all-time leading scorer, looking up at Ruth Kipping, and that's a big one there. She's got like almost 2,200 and some points in there. Second half now, we've got the big guy out. Now, he's coming out limping a little bit.
Walking very gingerly.
Yes, Evan Brewer. He's a big 6'5" kid. He made 3 buckets, and he works hard inside. Down here, he's had 11 and 14 in the 2 games, 8 and 10 rebounds. So he's a big guy inside. A lot of quickness on the outside for Granite City. But he went out pretty quick, and I didn't really see what he did, if he twisted one. And, of course, Lep's always had his issues that he's kind of fighting the tendonitis or the, that ankle and the foot. And so being a big guy, and, of course, his dad, Tom, fought the same thing. Oh, darn it, I forgot to bring in my TL54 on the magnet back here on the fire extinguisher. I didn't have any metal earlier to find the spot for that. So second half, so if Brewer's out, that gives us an advantage to push the ball inside.
Well, especially with Woodson and Lepper. You know what I mean? They've got a 6'4" kid that'll battle them in there, but still, we should be able to take advantage of that, because one of the smaller kids is going to have to be guarding, Woodson, and he should have a heyday.
Woodson's had a good first half. He's played very aggressive, kept it within himself. I like that, and hit a couple threes too. So, and that's great, because when you hit a couple shots or you get a couple big boards, the confidence gets rolling. Then you get in the flow and you feel great. So we talk about free throws. We've talked about that. Try not to talk about it too much. Sometimes your brain gets in the way. You do too much thinking. It's a relaxation. You've already worked hard in practice. You've done all those things, muscle memory every day. You work, you go to the free throw line. Mentally, you get ready, and you just got to let it flow. You'll get there, and you'll hit your shots. We haven't had to worry about it. Parker Douglas is 2 for 2, and that's the only free throws made in the first half. Hey, we'll take a quick break, come back. Second half action, Blue Devil basketball, right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And we are back here. Coach Pettila mentioned something at first. Atlas Slice, 121 North 6. Stop by for the open flame, high heat oven, chef-driven craft pizza and wings, Excel drinks from Breeze, Illinois. There since 1936, 8 flavors, ski and black cherry. That's some good stuff there. That is Atlas Slice, 121 North 6 in Quincy. Second half is about ready to start. Devils find themselves down 32-23. Lineup in the second half will be Douglas, Clausell, Griffith, Woodson Jr., and Lepper. Granite City gets the ball first. Coleman across the way. You've got Moore taking the ball out. Cass is out there. Down low as they're talking, tie your string up.
Looks like Devils are in man, looks like to start.
Jalen Hall, number 5, is in for the first time. And jumping to the backcourt, Antonio Dean to get the ball. He's got 14, including 4 threes. Second half action, here we go. Devils are down, back on defense. Lepper's out there with Coleman. Cass gets the ball, calls the offense. Parker Douglas on him, trying to get a screen. No, they're going to try to clear out for Cass. Now, kept his dribble going after dropping the ball. Cass, Lepper around the side. Lepper, and they call the body on the foul. It will send Cass to the line. First foul of the second half for Lepp. It should be his second.
Second, I believe.
I believe I can fly. Cass will go to the line to shoot 2. In the first half, he had 8 points, but 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Albier, and then you also have Kendall Cass in the game as well. Well, he was in the first half. Cass makes the first free throw. 1 to follow. Devils got 4 guys in the lane looking for the rebound. That continues the run, the 7-point run that ended the half. Now it makes it a 9-point run, unanswered by the Devils.
34-23 with 7:35 to go here in the third.
In transition, defense is out there. Clausell gets it across the timeline to Parker Douglas on the left. Parker brings it up, 2-3 zone. Griffith, high post, Lepper turn, shot good. And that's a good one there. Lepp turns and faces up for the bucket. And that stops
those elbow shots, I mean, he'll make probably 60% of them, I would have to say.
A nice free throw, and that's what's in. For him to face up, he can step from 3, so definitely I like that free throw, that 15-footer. Cass goes in. Lepp was there straight up. Cass just forced the ball up, got it over the rim, and it went in. 36-25. Granite City still with the lead here. Just inside 7 minutes of third quarter. Griffith goes in. Little floater, good. Tim saw the lane, took it, almost switched feet a little quick out here, but gets the basket.
I like him when he drives to the basket. Very, very tough.
Strong, too, and again, well, teach him to get back to that 45 and use the glass. Cass goes in. I'm going to tell you what, Cass just wants to take it to the basket. We can get help side, but we can't stop him. Somebody's got to get in front. It's time for a charge.
And then we throw the ball away.
Coleman steals it. Nobody stops him. He has to take Douglas in. Tim was worried about the corner instead of getting and stopping the ball at the basket. We didn't care about the corner. And again, who was in the corner? Coleman, who doesn't shoot from threes.
Yeah.
Cass takes it all the way. It was Cass. It went all the way in, didn't he?
Yep.
Obviously. And already it's a 40-27 second half with 6:15 still left in the third, being outscored 8-2 in the quarter.
Not the way you want to start out the first 2 minutes of a quarter. 8-2. You'd rather have that reversed a little bit if you're a Blue Devil fan.
Well, we just talked about that. Got my little numbers down there way down at the bottom of the page. Coach Douglas wanted to talk about it. So Douglas, Clausell, Griffith, Tate's in the ballgame now, and Woodson Jr. for the Devils. Griffith to get the ball. We're going to get some full court pressure. Coleman drops all the way back along with Hall in the game. And in the front court, it's Cass and Moore hounding along with Dean. And the pass is out front. Tate can't get it. Coach Pettit ended up in his lap as another turnover. That's the quick, those 2 or 3 minutes like that can kill you. And especially if it's on both ends, just like at the end of the last game or the halftime when we had 2 or 3 good defensive stands and 2 offensive stands in a row, the defensive, or the opposite of that can be very bad, the negative. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Cass is back almost to half court. Douglas gets through the screen. Woodson had helped, but now Woodson lost his man, so we got to get him. It's all right, it's Coleman. Coleman, the lefty, takes a shot from 3, no good. Not a bad deal there in exchange. Woodson got the rebound. Outlets from the left side to the right. In the half-court set, Tim Griffith. Defense stopped him. Ball had to come back out to Clausell. Jewels steps up, 20-footer, no good. This time he fouls his shot, but a little late. Gets it into Tate. Tate with the left. Good job, and he went strong on the left block. Basket good by Tate, his first basket of the ball game.
Good job by Clausell following the shot and making the good pass.
It almost took him a second, though, to follow. He takes a step back right away instead of taking a step forward and going hard. Next time he'll end up not beating the guy there and fouling. Hall, turnaround shot. Hall with a nice little left-hander there. You didn't see much of him in the first half. Jalen with that shot makes it 42-29, Granite City. Parker Douglas being hounded out there by Dean. Dean can play defense as well as offense, and that's what happens. Ball goes up, and Tyler Moore steals it for the Warriors. Warriors all the way back at half court to the left side. Right in front of the official. Tate's going to come up now. Keep the hands off. That's the key. Screen coming on the right. Hall. No, the ball will be passed down to the short corner on the left. Coleman trying to back it in. Missed the shot. Bounced twice on the rim, but Griffith was there for the rebound. Tim all the way to the hole. Tim strong. And count it. It hit the rim, went around, almost hung on the rim. Griffith gets the basket, and he's going to get a chance at the blue collar.
Good strong take to the hole against a very strong individual.
And I'll tell you, when Tim came down, the old theory, if no one's going to stop you, keep driving. And he is strong, especially for a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that in the 8th grade state tournament last year.
We get him in the weight room. He's going to be a beast.
He's strong like Keyshawn. Keyshawn was pretty strong there. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah.
3-point play brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Stop by and see Kevin and the gang. Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com. Stopping Cass in front of the basket, but once they stopped him, nobody stayed with him, and Cass hits the basket. 44-32. Right side, Tate. Griffith to the left side, Douglas. Clausell. Now Clausell brings the dribble up, directs traffic. Crossover dribble. Oh, and a great move all the way to the basket. The dipsy-doos. He brings it down, then takes it back up for the score. Joel's now in the ball game. He's got 9 points.
44-34 with 3:30 to go here in the third. Travel.
Cass gets in close, and if you let him get close, Parker Douglas does similar stuff. Once you get there and get squared up and get in the air, if nobody's on, you take the shot. 46-34, Devils get it in. Oh, and a great pass. Who made that pass, Coach?
Griffith.
Oh, that was great because he got Woodson on the right side for a nice little J. 46-36. Parker Douglas trying to get through a screen. Woodson's there to help. Jalen Hall's the man trying to set the screen. Jalen Hall gets the bounce pass back to him. Woodson beats him to the point. Hall misses the shot. Griffith, weak side rebound for the Devils. He looked to the outlet, but Moore was covering that outlet. Tim, hesitation. Tim to the basket. Tim with the finger roll. Griffith, a nice hesitation dribble, and then takes it all the way to the hole. All he had to do is freeze the defense for 1 second. Timeout, though we're going to get a hand check there. See if it's a 30 or a full. Granite City with a call on that. 2:32 left in the third. And they stretch it out, so everybody takes a seat. We'll take a quick break. Back with more right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa!
Oh, he's going. To where?
Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football's changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Back here after the timeout, 2:32 left, third quarter action. Granite City 46, Blue Devils 38. Was that a little taunting there? Two kids came down, looked like they're in sweats for Collinsville, holding the program up with the brackets on them as they came by, almost getting our guys here to our left. Too much fun. Nobody yelled. Nobody said anything. It was just kind of humorous, if anything. 2:32 left in the third, 46-38. Timeout in there. Lepper still on the bench. We got a quick lineup in here right now, which has helped us out. Clausell, Griffith, Woodson Jr., Tate, and Douglas coming out of the huddle. Andy Douglas stays in the huddle and stays on the side with Brown, Obert, and Bonas. Wonder how that matchup would be. Our coaches against our players. In their heyday, we have a heck of a game. Coming out of there, trying to figure out what's up here. We haven't seen Brewer since the beginning, so I got a feeling he's hurt and not around. Something happened in the backcourt. Into the ball game, number 0, Camarion Wells. He sets the offense. To the left side, that's Dean. Dean back to the top, that's Moore. Looks over to the coach. We have another sub there running the baseline. Check him in a second here, number 23, I believe. Noah Gozzard. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Way out on the right side is Moore. Gets a screen. Gozzard tries to set the screen. Moore tries to dribble through everybody. And a great job of Tate. He reached in, put 2 hands on the ball, jump ball, Blue Devil basketball with 2:02 left in the quarter.
Okay, let's get a good shot now.
Orange, lime, or pink, all kinds of crazy shoes out there. I like the blue ones that Woodson Jr. is wearing. Clausell from the left side, no good. Woodson keeps alive. Ball comes on this side, though, and Tyler Moore for Granite City with a rebound. He's going to walk it up. He got a couple ankle braces on there, tied up. Tate does a good job. Ball's on the floor. And it was a good deal. Tate came up with Griffith for a trap. Moore took one dribble, and I don't know if it was foot or his ball, but over and back. Official was right there. Nicely done. I don't know what was going on. That was interesting there at half court. Coach Moore was talking about it. I think they were trying to get Cass with some tape. I don't know if he was bleeding or whatever, but did not want him to be out of the lineup. So I made a quick timeout. Keeping it right here. We'll take our timeout. When you have a time for a timeout and you're hungry, stop down to Quincy's downtown. And that was always downtown. Then it was switched to uptown, and just get down there. 6th and Main. 601, of course, will be on the corner. The old Sight Vision many years ago. I think Dr. Jenna-Frito. That shows you how old I am. It's a Southern Kitchen at 601 Main Quincy. Hours Thursday and Friday, 11 to 8. Saturday is noon to 9. Closed Sunday through Wednesday. Coach Wassman, Coach Douglas, those are sandwiches. The Southern Bell. We've gone through them all. And yours, I forgot. It was the Doc Holiday. Go down and ask for the Doc Holiday. Coach Pettit sent you there. That's 8 open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main in Quincy. After the timeout, 1:41 left in the quarter. 46 for the Warriors, 38 for the Devils. Devils break from the huddle in their white and blue. Tate, Griffith. I think Griffith's coming out. Woodson Jr., Clausell, Parker Douglas. Tim's taking the ball out right in front of Coach, right in front of Kenai Humphrey. Haven't seen Kenai here, but when he do, he's very aggressive. Clausell to the right side to Tate. Tate looks inside, not there. Back out to Jewels. High post is Griffith, low post is Woodson. Woodson's getting big, gets the ball. Woodson turns, he's got a double team, gets it up. And a great move by Thomas. He worked through 2 guys, kept the ball up high for the score. Woodson's having a nice game. 46-40, Devils down by 6, approaching 1 minute left in the third. Cass has the ball.
Once again, you're going to have a couple more possessions, so you need to stop right here and then go down and get another basket.
Moore starts the drive, kicks it out to the right side. That's Johnny Coleman. Coleman hands off to Cass. Back to the top, Jalen Hall. Back to another guard, which is Moore. Get it out of Moore and Cass's hands. Or right there, and that's the man hitting all the threes in the first half, Antonio Dean. And a shot clock violation. Ball got to the right corner. Moore wasn't aware of the clock, and with 45 seconds exactly, Devils will get the ball back.
Now the question is, do you try to go 2 for 1, get one up in the first 10 seconds so you get the ball back, at the end of the quarter, or do you take, most of the I would take most of the time and get a good look.
And it'll give maybe 10 seconds if you use it all up. Griffith has the ball. Douglas to Clausell on the right side. Jewell starts the drive, now backs it out, hesitates. High post, Tate. Tate waited too long. His shot was blocked, but there was Thomas. And he got it up just on the front of the iron. Lost the ball. Parker Douglas had it. Another steal, but then we steal it back.
Okay, we got 20 seconds here. We're
3
good.
steals on that play.
Hold up. Get into a set.
Devils in the corner. Back to Jewels. Luckily, he's got good hands. It was down by his feet. Jewels threw it in. Jewels forced it. It came right back to him, and he forced it again. 3 Warriors were there. Shot from the right corner at the buzzer. No good, so the Devils dodged that at the end of the quarter, trying to force it in, but the Devils get the last 6 points of the third quarter. It's Granite City 46 and the Blue Devils 40, and you know what the fourth quarter means right here on Mecca Sports Co. HardeeSteakhouse.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made from scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Wellman and Pettit back here in Collinsville. Third quarter's in the books. Hey, baby. It's the fourth quarter. Devils down by 6, 46-40. We were down at half, 32-23. We just ran off a 17-6 quarter. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
If my math right, got us back in that. At halftime, we were down by 9.
32-23, so they have 14 that quarter.
That's right, I had to do that at 10.
We had 23-17 to 14, so we won that quarter by 3.
Thank you, Coach. I'm getting all my numbers down here. I'm trying to sneak some extra ones in. Fourth quarter is about to start. It will be Warriors basketball. Coleman goes over to get it. Cass is in the back court. In the front court is Moore. Kendall Cass in the game again. And, of course, Antonio Dean, he's down in that right corner. Watch him. Devils go Clausell, Douglas, Griffith, Tate, and Woodson Jr. 5 on the perimeter for the Warriors. They try to go inside. Clausell tips. Tate gets it to him. Clausell breaks everybody. Finger roll, gets it. Good job, Jewels. First tip, then he gets the ball down at the other end. Devils on an 11-point run. 46-42, down by 4. Almost a travel out there by Antonio Dean. Started to take a step. Works the left side to Coleman. Coleman working against his numero counterpart. That's Woodson Jr., who's wearing 24 after blood on his jersey, number 14. Turnaround, Cass. He made a good move against Douglas, but Avion Tate came in as a monster on that rebound. Devils in the half-court set. Douglas to the left side. Good reversal.
Pass.
And it went to the left side. Clausell into Tate. Tate with the basket, and that was good reversal, Coach.
Ball moves a lot faster when you pass it quick instead of dribbling.
Indeed. 46-44, Devils on a 10-point run within 2. Long three-pointer, no good, Dean. Rebound came into the corner. That was one of the Casses, the rebound, and kick it back out. Turnaround shot by Coleman, no good. Ball is tipped. Woodson Jr. got it, out to Griffith. Tim's getting hand-checked all the way down. Oh, and a zip pass as he was coming down the court. Thomas was open inside. He zipped it in there, and we are tied 46-46. 12-point run from the Blue Devils. 6:20 left in this ball game. 10 seconds. You got 35 on the clock. The problem is you still have to get down the court in 10, and Parker Douglas did a great job of just stymieing the defense, and it was 22 when the clock was up there.
Yep.
We called it, but
a little bit late.
Yeah, 13 seconds. Devils with the basketball, tied. Tim Griffith, hesitation dribble, has it knocked out of his hands. Oh, I don't know if Tim touched that again. He went into a double team with the dribble, lost it, and I thought it was already out of bounds before Tim touched it. But
1-on-2, pull it out, swing it around again, then cut.
Yep, that's how we did the last play when Clausell hit Tate. Here's Cass going right back to the basket, and I love it. Woodson went up in the air, which he shouldn't have done, but Parker Douglas was sneaking in from behind, and Parker had some help. Woodson's going to be called for the foul. Not sure how many that is on Woodson right now, since we don't have a board up there showing us. 1 in the fourth quarter for sure. And heading to the line will be Cass. He's going to shoot 2. Cass had 8 in the first half. He had 12 in the third quarter. As the quarter started off, he took it to the ball, to the hole a bunch. That just stopped the 12-point run of the Devils from the third quarter into the fourth and gives a 1-point lead for the Warriors. Cass will shoot one more. 2 for 2, pretty darn good shooter. Got a nice touch. 6 minutes left, Devils down 48-46. Across the timeline, Dean all over Douglas. Douglas breaks it. Douglas gets pounded. Help came up to block the shot. Moore goes, can't be me, and I don't think it was, as Dean was hanging on to him all the way from behind, so Parker gets to go to the line to shoot 2. You know, I really do like our dribblers who do the hesitations, stop the defense, and then push it hard.
The good point guards usually have about 3 or 4 speeds. You know what I mean?
Slow, fast, faster. Fast, fast, and fastest. Douglas hits the first one. He's got one more. Waiting until Parker hits before I tell you he's 4 for 4 on the game from the charity stripe. Devils are knotted up 48-48 again. Back on defense, Griffith picking up Cass at the timeline. Passed over to Coleman. Devils matching up. It almost initially looked like it was a zone, but it is man-to-man. Cass, Avion Tate's going to take on Cass now.
Tate's got a little bit more length.
Coleman goes hard to the hole with the height over Douglas, but doesn't get it. Sending it down court. Tough pass there, good hustle. That's a tough pass, coming down hard as it was. Tim, when he's that close, probably should just go ahead and take the shot. Tried to get it to Avion on the opposite block. Appreciate the unselfishness, no doubt about that.
Well, pull it out and look for a trailer to come it down, then make the extra pass.
Tim in the backcourt putting a little pressure on Cass. That's Javier. The switch now. Clausel still ain't across the line. He did step across and back, but you got to bring all 3 points. That's 2 feet and the basketball over. Defense has picked up the intensity. Cass double pumps, misses. Douglas could have been called for the foul, but does not. Tate got the ball, and here come the Devils. There's Tim Griffith, strong to the hole, lost the handle of the ball, but there was Thomas Woodson on the opposite block for the putback. Devils lead 50-48.
Griffith wants an assist on that one. I don't know, though.
We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him. Devils double team in half court. Cass doesn't know what to do, and Coach Moore says timeout. Coach Douglas meets his team all the way out at half court to talk about stuff. Now, I don't know if it's a 30-second or a full, but Coach Douglas and his squad are all the way out between the circles. It is a full timeout. Check to see if we need to pay any bills and leave. Yeah, we'll go ahead and come right back. It's Blue Devil Basketball, MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And we're back after the timeout here in Collinsville, 50-48. Devils lead with 4:39 left in this one. The Warriors had trouble, so they had to call a timeout. The big guy Brewer out after the first quarter. He had 6 points. 22, though, from Javier Cass, who has the ball and just falls down. Down to 14 on the shot clock. Coleman gets it right back to Cass. Cass is good 28 feet from the basket. Works against Douglas. Spin move inside. Help came over. No good on the shot. Clausel gets the rebound. 3 of the Devils were around there. Douglas working against Wells across the timeline. Now he is. Clausel left side. Griffin flashed around the baseline. He looks inside for Tate. Tate, little spin move. No good. It was a good look there. And a jump ball. Good job by Avion. Reached in, got a whole ball, and the Devils will get it back under their own basket. It was a quick jump, but we'll take it. 4 minutes exactly left in this one. Parker Douglas to trigger the box out of bounds play. He's got Tate on this side. Woodson flashes over. Not there. Goes all the way out to Clausel at the top of the key.
Got 20 seconds on the shot clock, so you got plenty of time. Get into it. Let's go.
Griffith on the right. Woodson comes up. He gets the ball behind the arc. He's got Wells on him. Keep the ball high. Woodson makes a move. Woodson goes all the way to the hole with a move.
Probably got fouled, too.
And Woodson, the hesitation dribble. Devils with a 6-point run. Lead 52-48. Good help there. Woodson blocked the shot after the foul on the hand check. Parker Douglas gets called on the hand check. I do all my checks on the fouls after the game because they have no board down here, so I'm going to have to check the box scores, but they give you a great box score here. 3:32 left in this one. Devils by 4. Out of bounds for the Warriors. Coleman gets it baseline. His Jay, no good, but he fouled his own shot. Lost the hand on the ball, now takes an extra step. They'll call jump ball, but he took an extra step as well. Coach Douglas, though, more mad about giving the ball up and giving the shot and the offensive rebound. Alternate possession goes back to Granite City. They'll run a box out of bounds play. Weak side, that's covered. That was Moore coming down. Having trouble getting in, they go to Moore in the corner. Griffith picks him up. Bounce pass inside, they're gonna try to post up Parker Douglas. They do. The shot is over the basket by Cass. Avion Tate with a rebound for the Devils. Sets the screen for Parker. Make sure you don't lean.
Might have been illegal.
Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about. Clausell off the right side. Avion pops up. Now Woodson pops up on the left side and gets the ball. Quickly back to his guard. Clausell through the lane. Forced it a little bit. Defense was on him, took the ball away.
1-on-3 doesn't usually give you very good chances for success.
Better if you'd have taken that stop to about 3 feet before that and tried to make the pass instead of in there.
Or when he goes in like that, he's got Griffith out here for a wide open three.
Yep, he's right in front of us.
Yep.
Cass with Douglas on him. Cass doing like he did in the third quarter. Lost the hand on the ball, out of bounds. That third quarter, Cass took the ball to the hole. He had 5 buckets and 2 free throws. He's got 22 in the game. He's only got 2 free throws in the fourth quarter, and we're at 2:37 left. Parker Douglas with the Devils up 2. Check that 4. Coach Douglas says full timeout. We'll take one too. We're back here at Collinsville. Good game. Devils lead 42-20 or 48.
52-48.
52. I'll just throw all the numbers out there and we just pick which ones we like here. Here we go. MechaSportsCo.com.
Mecha Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's player of the game. Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecha Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at mechasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
Timeout taken. 2:31 left in this ball game. Devils 5 and a 2. That's a 52. Granite City 4 and an 8. That's 48. Coach and I talked about get a little giddy here when you've been back and forth between Bloomington and Collinsville, a lot of games. So giddy up. Let's get this one in the wins.
I mean, 16 points they've given up in the second half with 2.5 minutes to go here. That's a pretty good defensive.
One step better, Coach. Fourth quarter, we've played 5.5 minutes. We've given up 2 free throws. That even makes it even better.
Yep.
Keep it up, Devils. Mr. Peter over there talking to Mr. Obert, Coach Obert. About the same age, I believe. We'll find out what that joke was later on. Devils ball. Tate's going to take it out. Douglas, Clausell, Griffith, and Woodson Jr. In the backcourt to Parker Douglas. Parker working against Moore. Comes across the timeline. Double team comes. He gets it to Clausell. Jewels being hounded out there to Dean. Oh, and a great pass. Count it! The high post pass from Thomas Woodson Jr. He zipped it in there to Tate. Turned and made the basket. Warriors foul. We've got an and one.
Well, it was the footwork by Tate underneath the basket and sealing off, getting his hand out there and showing where to throw it. Good pass.
Nice all the way around. 54-48. 2:18 left. Tate misses. Woodson almost got the rebound. Stepping in was Johnny Coleman for the Warriors. Devils by 6, back on D. Coleman across the timeline now. He'll get it to his guard. That is Cass. Over to Moore, into the left corner. Dean hasn't shot any threes, and that's where he's trying to hide out. Devils covered up pretty quickly, though.
Well, you got to make sure you get up on the shooters.
Here we got Coleman. Drives to the hole. Oh, and Coleman is fouled. Woodson tried to help out. I think it was on Thomas. Coleman only had a basket way back in the second quarter. That stopped the Devils' run of 8 points. They put together a 12 and 8-point run from the third quarter into the fourth quarter. Good stuff. Coleman to go to the line to shoot. Warriors put 2 of them in on there. That's Harris. Xavier Harris, first time he's been in the ball game. Coleman misses. Woodson, big rebound. Griffith across the timeline, skips to Clausell, right side.
Take your time.
Back out to Parker Douglas. Clausell will get it. Almost a double team. Luckily, Parker gets the ball. Being hounded out here by Dean on the right side. Dean took it away once. Dean fell on the ball. Dean gets it away to Harris. Granite City with the ball. Get on Harris. He hasn't been in the ball game. Griffith now. He's going to stop out at the point and take on Cass. Little more height when Cass tries to drive the hole. Cass does now. Takes it up. Cass misses. It spins around 360 and then pops out, and a late whistle.
And then the referee makes the call after it doesn't go in.
After a rebound by the Devils, a late call. Now, sometimes you'll say good call, but that ball was after it, went in and out. Otherwise, you would have had a quick call and an and one call, one of them good pump downs.
Yeah.
So we'll question it. Cass going to the line, though. Javier. 1:15 left.
And he's been pretty good from the line, if I remember right.
Well, he's good everywhere. Right now, he's 4. Well, he missed his first 2 in the first quarter. He's drilled 5 since. Just missed. That was Coleman missing the and one. There was a bailout call there. That was kind of a really late, crappy call. Second free throw. Good. 2 out of 2. He's 4 for 4 in the quarter. 54-52. Devils by 2. In the front court, Douglas being double teamed. Starts to dribble out. Get that ball out. Wow, and a bailout here. Douglas was trying to move around. Dean got a hand on him, but 2 officials got it, so his third. We don't know how many team fouls, so they'll put those up on the board as well. So no idea. Coach Bonas is talking to Woodson Jr., so I'm not sure if he's talking about relax or come to the ball or, Woodson's having a heck of a game. 10 in the first quarter, did not score in the second quarter, 10 in the second half. He got 20 points. And Bonas is giving him a...
Well, the biggest thing about Woodson is he's ready to catch the ball. When he catches it, he's ready to shoot the ball, keeps it up. Nice little touch.
And good passes. He zipped a couple of them in there.
Oh, yeah.
That Avion had some great hands because most guys would have got popped in the head with those passes. 1:06 left in this one. Devils 54. Warriors 52. Stick around in the post-game show brought to you by Hardee's. That'll be afterwards. Here are coaches' comments by QHS Auto Group. Parker Douglas goes into the backcourt to get the ball. Xavier Harris guards him. In the front court, Clausell. Down in the block.
Tate. Don't need that.
Tate anticipated. Luckily, Clausell in the backcourt got to the ball and stole it.
Slow it down, guys. Slow it down.
50 seconds left in this one. Dean,
25 on the shot clock.
And Dean fouls again. Dean's got to be close. I got 3 fouls on him in the second half for sure. That's got to be 4. Devils with 48.1 have the ball. This team did a heck of a job against the game earlier, and they were very aggressive. Lobbed inside. And inside, trying to get it. Woodson came to the ball, and that was a key because Moore fouls him. And I believe we've got to be at the line to shoot 2. Or not. I hate that when
we're just guessing.
We're in the dark. I hate that. Box out of bounds play. Parker Douglas to trigger it. Everybody's cutting to the basket. Griffith gets the ball in the left block. It goes rolling out to the corner, and he gets it.
Pull it out.
Back to the top.
Got 20 seconds.
And 40 on the shot clock. Parker Douglas to Tate. Get it to your guard. There's Douglas over to Clausell. Key basket here would be great. High post Tate. Griffith was cutting to the basket. Griffith got the ball, puts it out in front, misses, didn't hit the ball, but then Griffith throws it off the defense.
Then it bounced and hit him again.
And that was a tough one as Griffith was still out of bounds. But good hustle, 25.7.
No shot clock.
And it's 54-52. Reminiscent of last
Deja
night. It's all over again. Cass. Devils are going to pick up man-to-man. Cass is going to drive. Now he's got Douglas on him instead of the taller Smith. Oh, a double dribble. They miss it. No, they get it. I saw it. When he made the spin move, he had both hands and touched it quickly and finished the spin move. Great call from that official because when he spun away from everybody but that official.
Full timeout for Coach Douglas here with 10.8 seconds to go, 54-52. Got to get the ball in and, play hot potato.
It's got to be a 5th foul by now.
Play hot potato.
Oh, my. I tell you what, my refereeing days, I was pretty good with that whistle, if I don't say so myself. Pat Rafferty helped me out on that one. 10.8 seconds left. 54-52. Devils with a lead. Devils in this quarter, by the way. They ran off a run from the third quarter, a 12-point run into the fourth. 2 free throws by Granite City. Devils came back with 8 more points, took a 6-point lead, and then it's been a bucket and 2 free throws that had brought it within 2. Coach, last night it was 9.8. This time it's 10.8. Last night they had the ball. Tonight we got the ball.
No, we had the ball too.
Well, briefly, yes. And we passed it out, got fouled.
Missed 2 free throws,
went to the line.
and then 1, 2, 1 out of 2. So yeah.
Oh my, oh my, as some might say. Teams are waiting to get on the court right after us. Not sure if we've been on time or if we're a little over time. I'd say this was a 6 o'clock game, right?
Yep.
Only 7 o'clock. It's been a fast game. 7:05. Time for Chicago Bears football. Devils have to work the length of the court. Full court pressure being applied. Avery Beeston is in now. So Beeston, Douglas, Clausell, Woodson Jr., Griffin throws it out. Don't charge. Watch it. Woodson goes deep. There you go. Parker Douglas comes in and immediately is checked there by Xavier Harris. Is it time to walk this way? There you are.
Yet. You gotta make 2 free throws here.
But we're walking this way at least for the free throws.
Get it be a 2-possession game.
Parker Douglas at the line to shoot 2. He's shot in 4 on the night. 9.5. So only 1.3 came off the clock. First one rattles the back, rattles the front, jumps out. Coach Moore is going to try to freeze him. 1 free throw, still 1 possession game, but a 3-pointer has to tie it up. And I'm sure that's what Coach Moore is going to call in timeout to design a play if it's a missed shot, because you got to get right into it. I'm not sure where he's at on his timeouts because that also is on the board. Looking up at the fouls now, I believe I see 5 fouls on Granite City, 4 on the Devils. So the rest of the way out, all 9.5, will be 2 shots. So, all right, Coach, you're over there in the huddle. What's your discussion?
Well, you knock this one down, first of all. Get that where you're in a 1-possession game where a 3 will tie it. You know what I mean? You can't miss this one then because the 3 will win it like last night.
Put pressure on if you make it.
Get this
Put
out.
a little pressure.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you got to pick it up, not 3/4 court, but, maybe a little bit extended over half court to the volleyball line. Keep them in front of you and shoot. They have them do a running, 3-pointer and whatever.
Well, Cass might get the hand in his ball. Cass will have the hands in his ball, and he will dribble maybe the length of the court.
Yep.
Tate is back. Woodson Jr. is back. Griffith is in the free throw lane. Finally tells him, move on, that's my spot. And that was Javier Cass.
I am a freshman, but I know that's my spot.
Exactly. Douglas in the free throw. Off the front of the iron.
Uh-oh.
Rebounded. Coleman has the ball. He ain't supposed to have it. Cass has it now. Cass comes down. Cass through the legs. Spin move. Shot up. No good. Blue Devils hang on and win 54-52. Woo. Wipe the brow of the sweat. It's in the books now. Oh, my goodness. That was exciting as we got down to the end. Oh, I thought he dropped something there a little earlier. One of our guys from the other team was dropping. I was trying to help him out a little bit. 54-52, Coach, and I'll tell you, Devils were down by 2 at the 1 quarter, 18-16. Halftime, 32-23, down by 9. Third quarter, we're only down by 6, 46-40. And I tell you, the end of the third through the end of the game, Devils basketball.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? It's, gosh, how many points they give them in, 4 points in the fourth quarter?
Did not give Dean a 3-pointer since the first half. He hit 4 threes. Cass is the guy that took over in the third quarter and pushed it in. But then we shut him down. And you look at it, other than Cass, Hall had a bucket. Coleman made a bucket, missed the free throw, and that's it. And that's some good stuff. You're going to hear about that from Coach as well, but that will do it for the regular portion of our broadcast as the Blue Devils come up with a big victory here. Turn it around tomorrow, and let's go 2-2 as they will play at 10 o'clock. And now back over at Virgil Fletcher. So while we get the auxiliary gym for a day, we miss Virgil Fletcher, so we'll go over there, take a look, and breathe it all in. Collinsville lost, by the way, to Triad. They're in the Final Four for the first time in a long time. And I mentioned to Coach, yeah, now you get there after Reed O'Brien's gone, and he said, yeah, we missed Reed, whereas he went to the Blue Devils. So your final here. Stick around, first of all, in the Hardy's post-game show. But your final here, the Blue Devils 54, the Warriors of Granite City 52, and this has been Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at Kunis Hyundai
and Kunis Honda of Quincy. As we wrap up another wonderful year, we just wanted to say thank you
to our friends, customers, and neighbors across the Quincy community.
Your trust and support made 2025 an incredible year for our Kunis family.
From our family to yours.
We wish you peace, joy, and safe travels this holiday season.
Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Welcome back. It's the Hardee's postgame show brought to you by Brian Harms and Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. An exciting one here in Collinsville. Devils been playing good basketball, just can't get over the hump. There seems to be 1 or 2 things that, always keep them from that. They're in that learning curve. There's no doubt about that. And the learning curve got a big smile on it today from ear to ear as the Devils work their way through this whole game to get back to the end. We talked about the first quarter. Granite City had an 8-point run. Gave them a 2-point lead. But the Devils, at the end of the quarter, hit 2 3-pointers, including Woodson behind the half court. Probably another extra 10 foot.
Yep.
And he hit nothing but net.
Well, and that ended up being very, very big shot.
Yes, it did. And he had a big game, too. Second quarter, Devils were only down 2, 25-23, but allowed the 7-point run at the end of the half. Down by 9 now. Third quarter went back and forth. Found ourselves down by 13 twice, 42-29. Devils had a blue-collar 3, gave up a basket. So at the point of being down 46-34 by 12, that's when the Devils ended the third quarter, went into the fourth quarter with a 12-point run, tied it at 46. 2 free throws made it 48 for Granite City. 2 free throws tied it at 48. But the Devils went on that 8-point run that built a 6-point lead. And although there was a bucket and 2 free throws at the end for Granite City, the Devils held on 54-52 for their 3rd victory of the season. Nice job, Devils, and they'll play, as we mentioned, looking at the brackets here, the 4:30 game. And that was right before us. And do you remember who won that one?
Who played?
That's the question I got. I love it. Who won?
Too much basketball.
Who won? Coach says who played. That's awesome. Good stuff out here. We'll double check here and we'll see. We'll ask Coach if he knows when we're done. He might say the same thing. I don't know. Haven't looked at it. Hey, let's break down the scoring. First for the Devils, victorious tonight. They were led by Thomas Woodson Jr. He had a stellar of a game. Inside, outside, good passes, just aggressive. I love it. I love talking to him a little earlier on. 20 points from Thomas. He led the way for the Devils on the offensive side. Jules Clausel, 3-pointer early in the game, had 11 points. 9 points out of Tim Griffith. 6 points from Avion Tate off the bench, all in the second half. 6 points from Parker Douglas. 4 free throws until those last 2. And then Brennan Lepper hit 2, but wasn't needed. And got, he was in and out, but in that last lineup, we needed a quick lineup. We needed a quick guard forward lineup, and Brennan just was out there. It's the way the ball rolls and falls. And so in the game, but not scoring, let's see if there is anybody else, because I'm not sure we used the bench much outside of Tate and that. Beeston came in, Avery. I hate to miss him since he got a basket taken away from him in the box score earlier. He did have 5, not 3, but either way, we'll take that as well. On the other side, leading the way, Javier Cass. He had 24 points. Big third quarter, 6 for 6 for the charity stripe. Good ball player there. And tried to make some takes to the hole later, and we stopped him. And that was a good one. 14 points out of Antonio Dean, all in the first half. He hit 4 threes and a bucket. Devil shut him down in the second half. 6 points from Evan Brewer. That's the big man leading the way. He got hurt, and he was out of the ball game. So it made a completely different change and altered the way the Warriors were approaching the game. And with him out, Lepper could go in there, but we really didn't need him. 4 points from Johnny Coleman. And wrapping it out, 2 points from Tyler Moore. Oh, I forgot Jalen Hall. There's my other 2 points. Thank you very much. Third quarter action. Kendall Cass also in the ball game. Noah Gossard came in for a little bit and checked him out there. Xavier Harris was in, as well as Camarion Wells. So used a few more players on Granite City. Woo, there you go. I feel like Ric Flair. Woo, I can't do it right now as a long day has worn me out. Coach, what do you like about that other than the big W?
Well, I like the energy that Tate Cape, brought in, off the bench, with his length. Had several good passes, some rebounds, finished off, a couple of shots. And, I thought he was the difference today, with the athleticism of Granite City. He matched up really well with them.
And I thought he did a great job as well when he got in there, because he didn't, early in the day, he came in real aggressive on defense and got a little handsy, and he didn't need to get that tight until the ball was dead. Tonight he played a pretty good game, and he just fundamentally sound all the way around. I finally figured out what those 2 guys are doing. They were not coming by here and taunting the other team. They're holding up programs to see if anybody wants to buy them.
Oh, okay.
But they're coming down here where we already have our programs, and but they're working it, so maybe they're getting a little commission there. Wow, game after that, a good time to go out and have a drink or maybe a meal, but it's Sunday night, so you can't go to 8 Open or you can't go to Atlas Slice, but we're going to tell you when you can go. Southern Kitchen, 601 Main. Get there Thursday and Friday, 11 to 8. Saturday, 12 to 9. And across the street at Atlas Slice at 121 North 6. That chef-driven craft pizza and wine, our wings. Thursday and Friday, 4 to 9. And Saturday, noon to 9. Thank you, Atlas Slice. Thank you, 8 Open. In the 6th Street Promenade. Do-si-do. Alaman left. There you go. Wow, that actually rhymed there, too. He's on a roll, folks, and he's going to have to get some sleep because it's 11:30 in the morning as the Blue Devils from the girls' side. And we are taking on River Forest Trinity, right?
Yep.
Got that one out there. We stick it in the head enough, I'm gonna stay with it. Devils will play at 10 o'clock. They should be over at Virgil Fletcher. And we're still trying to figure out who played the game before. Hold on, I got it, Coach. All right, we lost there. They lost there. Oh, it's in the upper bracket up there. So it had to be between Pattonville, Eisenhower lost, Vernon. You know what? I haven't really paid much attention to that upper bracket. So strike 1, 2, and 3 on Wellman.
Well, you got Pattonville here against.
I really can't tell on the other end. Pattonville I've seen today, and of course they're a big school over there in St. Louis.
Carbondale.
Oh, thank you. And we did see Carbondale a bit earlier.
Yep.
So, and Jeff Jarvis. Last year we met him, the chicken man that sold a crispy chicken around at the convenience stores. He joined us and really liked to listen to us through the year and made a couple comments. I shot a message before the tournament. He is busy and would not make it here, but he wished us the best of luck. So thank you, Jeff Jarvis. I think he does have his chicken down in Hannibal, right out there by the old Ramada Inn. So if you know where that's at. We'll get ready for Coach here. The Coach's comments will be brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group. We'll take a quick break. We'll come on back. Hardy's postgame show right here, Mecca Sports Co. and .com.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Back in the Hardy's post-game show in Sleep Tight, the Mecca Mobile Studios. Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Quincy and Jacksonville. And Devils will sleep good tonight. 2 games, and you sleep really good when you have a big W out there. They won't have much sleep because it's 10 o'clock in the morning for the game.
Well, I mean, that's 3 games within a 24-hour time period. They started at 1 today, 6, and then 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. These kids are going to be tired on the way home tomorrow.
That's not even state tournament time.
Yeah.
A lot of times you state tournaments, you might get 2 games on that last days because as you play regional, sectional, and supers, you always play once. Tournaments are one way, and of course we'll have some tournaments still coming up or some shootouts. One that I'm looking forward to is over in Columbia, Missouri, at Columbia College, the Sophie Cunningham Classic. Devils will be down there from the girls' side for 2 days on January 10th and 11th, I believe. And it's kind of neat because Sophie has been really more in the limelight since she started playing with Caitlin Clark in Indiana. And she's a blast, her and her sister down there. And her sister reminds us she is a couple of years older. As the first year I was sitting there, and she sat down next to me, and I said, "You look like twins." And she said, "Nope, I'm the older sister," right away, and just point blank exclamation point. So, oh, darn, Coach, I didn't know. I think the Warriors took away my quarter, but I was trying to advance the quarter, and I didn't advance it past the first quarter. But the score says the rest, 54-52, Devils with a big, big victory. And, the Devils have played close, and they're looking at this. Look at those 8 losses. And early, of course, we got a little thumps, and we're really trying to gather ourselves.
Yep.
And then once we got our new guys in, the freshmen that came up, it's taken a little while for them. And it will take them all season. It'll take them sophomore, junior year. I mean, you watch that maturation period of the last group that just graduated, and they were fortunate to have a guy named Jeremiah Talton as a senior, along with Tyler Sprick, Camden Brown, Ralph Wires in between. Now, we've got a guy that's looking at coming out as soon as he's cleared by the doctor, and that's Milton. And Milton Whitfield, talked to him a little bit before the ball game, and I said, "Now, am I waiting for school to start or am I waiting for a doctor?" And he said, "You're waiting for a doctor." I said, "Great." And I looked at him a couple of minutes. I go, "You going to be able to break in this lineup at all?" And he got the biggest smile on his face. He goes, "That's a good one." And so, Milton, and when he gets out there, remember last year, energy, hands, he was all over it. He had basically taken a whole semester, built it up, and he was ready to go and unleashed there. So, Milton, we can't wait till you get back. But, boy, this team right now is really – and Milton's been out there at practices, so it's not like he's not familiar with what's going on. He's been in the practices. They've been working hard.
The stats and, everything they're going to want him to do on defense because, to be honest with you, he's probably one of their more physical, athletic defenders.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Out there, and he'll get after it. And, that's kind of what they need a little bit.
Guy that can get above the rim, too, when he goes in. Throws one down. Love the adrenaline, the enthusiasm. Only thing is, though, he's a senior, right? So he's gone after this. There's a good find for maybe John Wood, even better than John Wood, but a lot of upside there. As long as we can get him for a full year and a couple years in a row is always kind of nice. So, Hey, we're still sitting here waiting for Coach. I almost thought he snuck out the back door. We're sitting next to the exit. By the way, we're exit number 48, if you didn't know that.
Well, and we'll get out of here and go straight to the car.
Yep, because it's getting a little chilly outside and windy. Not sure where you're at on that, but it's a-coming, folks. Coach, I forgot to plug him in here real quick. So here comes Coach Douglas there. Nice job there, Coach. By the way, are there actually glass in those frames at all?
Oh, there's glass in them, yeah. Just don't have
boy, you just don't want to plug in there. There we go. Coach Douglas with us. And, of course, brought to you by the Cunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. How about a big smile?
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm going to tell you, early in the game, we talked about it throughout. We had a nice comeback there. I think it was in the first quarter with the last 2 threes. So we're only down 2. Gave the 7 points up at the end of the half.
Yep. Found
ourselves down 9. But it was about, what did you say, about 137 or so left in the third. You went on a 12-point run into the fourth. You shut these guys down. 4 free throws and a basket in the fourth quarter. We really locked up.
It was great to see. Hey, man, what's going on, brother? It was really good to see, man. I felt, as we're driving back and talking with Coach Brown and Coach Obert, Coach Bonas drew the small stick, and he had to drive the bus with all the guys. But we were talking on the way back, and we just, like I said, I wanted that game bad, the one earlier, because it was they bought in. They played extremely hard. It wasn't a mistake-free game by any means, but they played extremely hard. And that's what we challenged them with all 4 quarters. We can't be a 4-quarter team. We might have a quarter where we only score 3 points or 5 points or whatever. Heaven forbid we score 0, but we can't let that, deter what we do defensively. And I thought they played really hard that first game, just fell a little short. And going into halftime, it took everything in us not to go in and just, blow the locker room up and, with the, heated speech. And, we did get a little heated, but, draw them back in, to go out in the second half and find a way to pull through. And, this team is having to face a lot of different challenges, more challenges than people know at home. And they've done really well with it so far. And for them to be able to make the comeback they did in the second half and hold it off as close as we wanted to make it and hold it off and pull out a win, I'm really proud of them.
This was another game. And first of all, by the way, Triad beat Collinsville. So our loss to them was Triad was a good job. They got to the Final Four first time.
Yeah.
First half, the big guy inside, Evan Brewer, got 3 buckets inside, got hurt, and we didn't see him. So that changed their offense and their defense. On our side over there, later in the game, of course, we had to go to a shorter lineup without Lepper. But the guy that I got to talk to in between games today and had a real good heart-to-heart was Thomas Woodson Jr. He had a hell of a game.
Yeah, he did. He played extremely well. We didn't do a great job of hedging ball screens. They went to more ball screens because we got out of our zone defense, and they wanted to get their guys going downhill, really going downhill to number 3, their really good shooter, and to force that defender to make a decision. Am I going to help out on the ball screen, or am I going to stick to the 3-point shooter? And we didn't do a good job of hedging. 3 in a row, they get to the rim and score, and then, Thomas steps in. We blitzed a couple, got a couple steals at half court, over and back, plays there where the guys just, Parker was adamant, I'm going to be on him, I'm not going to foul. Thomas was right there, made a play, but Thomas was great all around. I mean, he finished extremely well inside. He was confident. You didn't see the brain ticking. It was just, hey, I'm going to make a play. Right. and that's when not only him, but that's when Tim's at his best. And Tim got into play in that same exact way. It wasn't hesitate. It was just catch, rip, and go, and he finished a couple inside as well.
There was hesitation, but on his dribble. He acted like a guard.
Right.
He had that hesitation dribble. You get the defense to step, and then he goes strong to the hole.
Yep.
And as a freshman, I can only wait till he gets stronger every year. There were so many pluses all the way across. Now, I did see Cass in the third quarter. We had stopped Dean from outside and shooting his threes.
Yeah.
Cass is a good guy taking Parker to the hole because he's got a little height advantage. And then you switched it up and put a bigger guy on Cass for a while.
Yeah.
Got frustrated a little bit to the hole. And then again, Woodson was helping out.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a total team effort defensively. And, we've talked over the years, that's where our best teams have, that's where they've hung their hat is on the defensive end. And, for this group, it's, I'm not going to say we're bought in 100% because it's only 1-2 games, but they're getting there. They played. This is a good day. Great. It would have been a great day if we picked up both wins, but it was a good day, and we saw a lot of growth and improvement in our group.
I thought Tate came in,
and
did one heck of a job in that fourth quarter, with his length, his defending, his rebounding, and he made 2 or 3 real nice passes too.
Yeah, Avion came in and provided that spark. The first game, Avery Beeston was that guy that came in and played with a lot of heart. And this game tonight was Avion. Second half, he comes in and finishes a couple. He's had a couple fall short over the last couple games, but he finished really well around the rim. He was great defensively. He's always an energy guy. He wants to make those energy plays. Made a couple big-time rebounds as well. Just, really good effort. And that's what it's going to take. I mean, it's not like we can just say, okay, well, that one guy had a great game and we're pulling out wins. It's going to take everybody doing their job, whatever that job is, and just proud of him tonight.
Well, and Tate, glad he's got his hands ready because Woodson fired a couple of those passes in there, and I'm going, he almost would have got popped in the head. Now, here we talk about all those guys, and then you get free when you're talking about a great team. Joel's had a good game, and when you're talking about him, the fourth or fifth guy down there, that's when a team is a team.
Yep. Yeah, Joel's played great. Going at halftime and 3 for them, gets 3 or 4 wide open, open threes. Maybe not wide open, but open threes. And our bench did a great job of communicating with them, even telling them, hey, shooter, shooter, shooter. And we just didn't recognize it and give up, a couple 3, whatever, open threes. Halftime we go in and said, all right, we're going man-to-man. We got to be able to guard them black, or what we call black, but man-to-man defense, and who wants them. And, luckily for us, we had quite a few guys with their hand raised, but we need Jewels to be one of our lockdown defenders, and I thought he did a phenomenal job of being there on his hip. He kept them in front, forced them into some really tough contested shots, and to be honest, he didn't get a ton of looks at all in the second half.
Well, I think the play of the game may be the one you drew up to end the first half with Woodson firing an over half-court shot for 3.
Yeah.
In the end, that's a big shot, and that's a momentum, as you go in, you're feeling it.
Yeah, I saw it leave his hands. I didn't see the ball in the rim because my stinking glasses. Where are my glasses?
There they are.
Sounded like Bruner there, my stinking glasses. But no, man, that was big time for sure.
Oh, my goodness. So now you don't have much time, as Coach Bennett said. You got 3 games in less than 24 hours. You turn around at 10 in the morning. The nice thing is you go over to Virgil Fletcher instead of staying here, so you get 2 games, and you still have a chance to go 2-2 down here.
Yeah, no, this is after today, this is good. It's an opportunity at 2-2 is pretty solid. So got a nice dinner tonight playing with the guys and put together a game plan and be ready to go tomorrow.
Let's say the food going to taste a little better.
It always does. It always does.
And Coach and I were sitting here after the game. Now, we've been back and forth between Bloomington here and all these games we've watched, and we turned to say, who are they playing? And we're looking going, I don't know. They came from the other bracket. Who are we playing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I knew he would not have
question.
the answer. So we'll worry about that tonight. We'll get a game plan set up. And the bottom line is if we keep doing like they're doing and continuing growing, folks, this is fun. Come out here, listen to us, come to the games. It's a good group. We knew it ahead of time, Coach. We did. You just got to be patient enough.
They're gonna impress a lot of people. Not us. They're not going to impress us. We know what this group is capable of when they play, and there's going to be big things ahead for this one.
By the way, what's for supper?
Colton Steakhouse tonight.
Oh, my. Where's that at?
It's over by where we're staying.
Oh, the Hampton, right?
Drury.
Oh, Drury. That's right. Up there by that. And so we'll be following you.
Come on by.
That's Andy Douglas. Congratulations,
All
Coach.
Right, appreciate
Big
you guys.
W. Good luck tomorrow. We're going to be
Thank
up
you.
checking the girls out at 11:30. So.
All right, thanks.
And that's Andy Douglas. His comments, of course, brought to you by the Cunis Auto Group, faith, family, and giving back. We'll take a break here, come back to wrap up the Hardy's postgame show. Devils win 54-52, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Cunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Cunis Honda.
And Cunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Cunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Cunis makes it easy.
Back, Hardy's postgame show here with 2:01 left in the quarter, but that's the next game. Ours is done for the day. Devils with a big victory, 54-52. Glad Coach came up. Thank you, Cunis Auto Group, faith, family, and giving back. By the way, I'm still driving the 24 Chevy Malibu with 68,000 miles on it. See if you can get out there to Honda or Hyundai, and a salesman will try to get this car sold before I get to my next game next week. So there's the challenge there. All right, Coach, last thoughts on this one.
Great effort on the defensive end, coming out, the adjustments that Coach Douglas made at halftime, going from the 2-3 zone, to the man-to-man, jump-started them. They started a little slow, but, from, like 1:36 to go in the third to
the buzzer.
the fourth quarter. Heck of a quarter for them.
Oh, good stuff. Lots of fun here, Coach. And good news is the 6 o'clock game gets us out of here before 11 o'clock at night, so we're on the road. Folks, tomorrow we will be at Bloomington at the Shirk Center, 11:30 for the tip. It will be the Blue Devils from the girls' side taking on River Forest Trinity, and we'll be there for that one. And then from there, stay tuned because we're still not sure where we're at. Raiders are doing good. They're undefeated. We'll know about them tonight, whether they make the championship or the third place
game. Not tonight. We'll know about them tomorrow.
Yes. Tell you what day is it, Coach?
It's Sunday.
This is Sunday.
Yeah, they're not playing on Sunday.
Wait a minute, that reminds me of the old ad, Sunday,
That's it.
at the races. For Coach Pettit, his last thoughts were there. It's a W, and that's what we love. Everybody out there, I hope you loved it as well. So we had a blast here tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you for listening, and tune in for Monday as we get ready for the Blue Devils and all the other action that it will fall on Monday and Tuesday. For Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. The final here, the Blue Devils 54, Granite City Warriors 52, and it's been Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.